Have you ever noticed how some people seem to carry energy with them wherever they go? They wake up looking refreshed, move through the day with confidence, and somehow maintain a sense of balance even when life becomes chaotic. It's easy to assume they were simply born that way, but the truth is often much simpler and far more encouraging. A fit body is rarely built through extremes. It's usually the result of small choices repeated with intention, day after day, until they quietly transform a person from the inside out. What makes this fascinating is that fitness isn't only about appearance, it's about how you feel when you wake up in the morning. It's about the way your mind handles stress, the energy you bring into conversations, and the strength you carry into every challenge life places in front of you. Today, we're diving into some of the most powerful health tips that can help shape a stronger, healthier, and more energized body. These are not quick fixes or unrealistic promises. They are timeless habits that can completely change the way you live if you truly commit to them. And as we move through each one, you may begin to realize that fitness is less about punishment and more about building a relationship with yourself that actually lasts. One of the biggest turning points in any fitness journey begins with movement. Not punishment, not exhaustion, just movement. The human body was designed to move, yet modern life often pushes people in the opposite direction. Hours spent sitting, scrolling, driving, or staring at screens can slowly drain energy without people even realizing it. Over time, the body adapts to stillness, and that lack of movement begins to affect everything from posture to mood. But something incredible happens when movement becomes a daily ritual instead of a rare event. The body starts waking up again. Muscles feel alive, breathing becomes deeper, energy levels shift. Even mental clarity improves in ways that surprise people. The key is consistency, not perfection. Many people believe fitness only counts if it involves intense workouts or exhausting gym sessions. But a fit body is often built through simple, repeatable actions. A morning walk, stretching after waking up, dancing while cooking dinner, taking the stairs instead of the elevator. These moments may seem small, but over time they create momentum, and momentum changes everything. When movement becomes enjoyable rather than forced, it stops feeling like a chore. That's when habits stick. Some people discover they love cycling through quiet streets at sunrise. Others find peace in yoga, swimming, or strength training. The activity itself matters less than the willingness to keep showing up. What's powerful about regular movement is that it doesn't only shape the body, it changes the mind. Confidence grows quietly. Discipline strengthens. Stress begins to lose its grip. There's a reason so many people say their workouts became therapy during difficult seasons of life. Movement has a way of reminding people that they are capable of more than they think. But exercise alone cannot carry the entire journey. Food is often treated like the enemy in modern culture. People label meals as good or bad, healthy or unhealthy, guilty or clean. And somewhere in the middle of all those labels, many lose the simple understanding that food is fuel. The body listens to what it receives every single day. Every meal sends signals that either support energy or drain it. And while trends constantly change, the fundamentals remain surprisingly timeless. Real nourishment matters. Fresh ingredients, balanced meals, foods that energize instead of slowing the body down. These choices create a foundation that supports long-term wellness. But the deeper truth is that healthy eating should never feel like a constant battle. The most sustainable approach is one built on balance rather than restriction. People often fail not because they lack discipline, but because they try to transform everything overnight. They cut out every favorite meal, follow unrealistic plans, and push themselves into routines they secretly hate. Eventually, the pressure becomes impossible to maintain. Imagine replacing one unhealthy habit at a time instead of attempting a complete life overhaul. Drinking more water, adding more natural foods into daily meals, learning to pause before emotional eating. These shifts may seem small in the beginning, but they gradually reshape the relationship between food and health. Now here's where things become even more interesting, because there's another habit that quietly influences nearly every aspect of fitness, yet many people continue to underestimate it. Sleep. In a world that glorifies constant hustle, rest is often treated like weakness. People brag about sleeping less as if exhaustion is some kind of achievement, but the body keeps score. even when the mind tries to ignore it. Sleep is where recovery happens. It's where the body repairs itself, where the brain resets, and where energy is restored. Without proper rest, even the best workout routines and healthiest meals lose much of their impact. Think about how different life feels after a truly restful night. Focus sharpens, patience improves, motivation returns, the body feels lighter, stronger, more responsive. On the other hand, chronic exhaustion affects everything. Mood becomes unstable, cravings increase, stress feels heavier. Even simple tasks can feel overwhelming. Creating better sleep habits doesn't require perfection. It begins with protecting rest as something valuable rather than optional, reducing screen time before bed, creating a calm nighttime routine, giving the mind space to slow down instead of staying constantly overstimulated. Now at this point, some viewers may be thinking, this all sounds good in theory, but real life gets in the way. And that's exactly where the next lesson becomes so important. Stress management may be one of the most underrated health habits in the modern world. People often think fitness is only physical, but emotional health affects the body more than many realize. Chronic stress can influence energy, appetite, sleep, motivation, and even the ability to stay consistent with healthy routines. And stress today is everywhere. Endless notifications, constant comparison, financial pressure, personal struggles hidden behind smiles. Many people are carrying invisible weight every single day. The problem is that stress doesn't always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it appears quietly through fatigue, irritability, tension, or emotional burnout. Over time, the body begins operating in survival mode rather than balance. This is why learning how to slow down matters. For some people, that means spending time outdoors and reconnecting with nature. For others, it means journaling, meditating, praying, or simply taking a few moments of silence away from the noise of the world. Even meaningful conversations with trusted people can become a form of healing. One of the most powerful things a person can do is create moments of stillness in a constantly distracted world. Because a fit body is not only about muscles or appearance. True fitness includes peace of mind. It includes emotional resilience. It includes learning how to protect your energy instead of constantly draining it. And here's something fascinating. When stress decreases, healthy choices often become easier. People sleep better. They move more. They eat more mindfully. Everything begins connecting together like pieces of the same puzzle. But there's still one final habit that ties all of this together, and it may be the most important of all: patience. In a culture obsessed with instant results, patience has become rare. People want transformations overnight. They compare their beginning to someone else's years of progress. And when results don't appear quickly, frustration takes over. This is where so many journeys are won or lost. Because there will be difficult days. Days when motivation disappears. Days when routines fall apart. Days when life becomes overwhelming. And in those moments, the healthiest mindset is not perfection, it's persistence. Missing one workout does not erase progress. One unhealthy meal does not destroy a healthy lifestyle. The danger comes from believing that temporary setbacks mean failure. They don't. Every person who becomes stronger has moments of struggle. Every transformation includes challenges behind the scenes that nobody else sees. The difference is that some people learn to keep going anyway. That realization can change everything. Because the truth is, a fit body is not reserved for a select few. It's not about perfection, impossible standards, or constantly chasing trends. It's about daily choices that slowly shape the direction of your life. And maybe the most beautiful part of the journey is this. The moment you begin taking care of your body with consistency and respect, your body often responds in ways you never expected. Not instantly, not magically, but steadily, quietly, and powerfully over time. So if there's one message to take away from today, let it be this. You do not need to become a completely different person overnight. You only need to begin. One walk, one healthy meal, one good night of rest, one decision to keep going even when progress feels slow, because those small moments eventually become a lifestyle. If you enjoyed this video and found value in these tips, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content designed to help you live healthier, stronger, and more confidently. And in the comments below, share which health habit has made the biggest difference in your own life. Your story might inspire someone else to begin their journey today.